So I'm starting school this week. More precisely, I started school today. So that's fun. I'm in my last semester in visual arts or studio arts, whatever you want to call it. But you know, I paint, I draw, all this stuff. I'm glad to be back in school, although sometimes it's not always fun. I do like having like the schedule on that and being able to create art and all these projects that I make, because I found myself being really uncreative outside of school, like recently, especially since I've started my art program. I haven't felt as creative or in a way as talented as I used to be, mostly in just drawing, because I used to draw a lot just for Instagram posts or whatever, fan art. So I'm kind of sad about that, but I get to make like a lot more art, and I think I've definitely learned a lot and feel maybe more talented now. I feel like I've definitely done like crazy stuff that I would have never done if not for that class or that program. For example, I did like a 5 foot tall self-portrait last semester. That was a lot, but I wouldn't do it again. But it's been a lot of fun. But now, like I said, I'm in my last semester, and next semester in fall I will be starting university, hopefully. But the first week back to school usually is very chill. Nothing's happening. All the teachers are just explaining the semester, what's going to go down and what projects we're going to do, all that stuff. And of course, this semester at the end in May, we're going to be doing a student exposition. So basically we have our ESP, I'm going to call it, because this is what we call it. I go to school in French and we call it ESP, so ESP. But basically for those classes, we're going to be working on that one big project that is going to be part of the exposition at the end of the semester. And I'm really nervous for that because I have no clue what I'm going to make. Of course, I have the teachers there to help me, and of course, my fellow students. But I'm still nervous. I have very little clue of what I actually want to do for this project. I don't know if I want to paint, do a sculpture, like, I have no clue at all. And that stresses me out a bit, because I think I need to have my idea like ready and like locked and loaded, or whatever the expression is, in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. I've been trying to think about like what I want to make for quite a while now. I think last semester I was really trying to maybe find some ideas. During my winter break, tried to think of some stuff, came up with nothing. So I'm gonna have a lot of research to do, a lot of ideas. I'm not good at getting ideas. So that's gonna be fun, and we're gonna go through it together, me and you. Today is January 23rd, and I got home from school not that long ago, maybe an hour or so. But yeah, today was just very chill. Did pretty much nothing in my classes, just pretty much teachers just talking and explaining the semester. And then, like I said, I'm going to be entering university next semester, so in fall. I'm also nervous about that. I only very recently actually figured out which program I might want to enter. So in order, I would have, because I can apply in 3 programs at one school at once. So it's like first choice, second choice, third choice. Those some schools only do 2, I believe. I know I don't really want to pursue like studio arts. Like I don't want to be just painting or just doing sculptures, whatever. But I do want to do something art related. My first choice would be scenography. Basically the art of creating set designs and costumes and props and all that stuff, all the background stuff for theater. The program makes me learn about theater, but in the future I'd like to do it more for films and cinema. But if I end up doing it for theater, whatever, you know, it's life. Maybe I'll really enjoy it. However, it's really hard to get into that program because they only take like 16 to 25 students per year. So that's really stressful. I think I have a good chance, I don't know. Because you have like to send a few things. You have to send a portfolio, a letter of intent, and then I think a few other questions they had, but I think that's all you had to submit. And then, since this program is very small, they ask us to come in to do interviews, in-person interviews. And I'm really stressed about that. Last night, while I was trying to go to bed, instead in my head, I was pretending I was at the interview. I do think my portfolio is pretty good. So yeah, I think I have a good shot with that. Then the second program I would like to apply in would be film production, cinema, basically. I did do a year in a cinema program, but I ended up switching. For cinema, you also have to send, I believe, 1 or 2 clips of 5 minutes maximum. Thankfully, I did do a short film. Actually, I did 2 short films while I was in my cinema program. So I can submit that. I might only submit one of them because I hate the second one. The first one, you know, it's not the best, of course, but I like it. I still like it. I'm very proud of it. The second one is garbage. I'm sorry. Like, oh well, you know, it happens. I think we all have our least favorite pieces in art. And then my third program, I think it would be studio arts. I don't really want to do it, but I'm like, you know what? If worst comes to worst, I'll do it. For now, that's my main concerns. And I have 2 classes, don't have any tomorrow. My Monday ones, I have 2 on Monday, and they're the big ESP classes for my final projects. One of them is to create the actual piece. The second one, I'm not sure yet. So I'll get back to you on that pretty soon. On Tuesday, I have a drawing class with my favorite teacher. And on Wednesday, I have gym. Relatively a nice schedule. I'm just kind of bummed because my Tuesday class is from 3 to 6. I would have liked to have it earlier in the day, but what can you do? You know. Hello again. Today is Tuesday, and I've basically had all of my classes so far, except for my Wednesday class, but it's just a gym class. I don't think you guys really care about that. Unless you do, then I'm sorry because I'm not gonna get into it. So I'm pretty lucky this semester. I only have technically 5 classes, but technically one of them is just like, it's like 2 blocks on my schedule, but it counts as 1 class. But one part, the first half is theory, and then the second half is practice. I know the first week is not very thrilling to show because we're doing nothing on my classes and like 2 hours early. But for most classes, I already know my projects, which is fun. So I'm going to tell you about them now and looking into that for the second week. So for my ESP classes, it's basically just do whatever you want. Just make a big project, and that's for the exposition at the end. So you can do whatever you want as long as the teachers are down with it. Anything you want. So I have no clue what to make. For my drawing class today, the first project is a curiosity cabinet. To translate directly, basically I can draw pretty much whatever I want. It's like a few drawings. I don't know how to describe it really. Kind of anatomy charts, like dissection and stuff, or just like charts with like fossils, different flowers. Kind of that vibe, but it can be super weird, it can be normal. You can present it under the like shape of a pop-up book. Something, it has to be drawing, if that makes sense, I don't know. But yeah, it could be a pop-up book, and that did inspire me a bit. But yeah, anything you want. The teacher that I have, I know she likes like kind of strange and out of the box ideas. So I'd like to do that because I like that too, and she's also my favorite teacher. And I did get a new sketchbook, which I don't think I will get a lot of views of. So I might be recreating my choices, but it's okay because I have one. And yeah, I just started like thinking of a few ideas. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do think I want to do something that's kind of 3D, so kind of a pop-up book. That idea really stuck with me. because she showed us like inspiration. And then for my 2D production class, he wanted us to use like pages of like our creation notebook. Our creation notebook, this is mine. I like it a lot. I like this sticker a lot. Basically, it's just where you put all of your ideas for your projects, where you develop your ideas. So basically what he wanted us to do is take pages out of this notebook and do basically like a big collage with it. But I don't want to rip pages out, so I'm gonna take other stuff. But yeah, it's basically kind of free. You can do pretty much whatever you want. Again, it's like just a kind of collage, I think. But yeah, I was gonna use like sketches, maybe pages of like my diary, depending on the information in it. I wanted to use probably some magazines, books. I did have like a lino cut that I made. I thought I could use that. I thought of using maybe some old notes from like high school, like science and maths, if I still have some, because I really hated science and maths. So maybe I threw everything away. Basically, my idea was like making a poster, like kind of a junk journal. And then my 3D production, we're doing ceramics, something abstract. Then yesterday I was starting to look at letters of intent that I need to write for university, because I have to write 2 of them, if not 3. I hope it's only 2. I'm not sure. And I do have to make portfolio, though it's mostly done for school. And then I did start trying to brainstorm a bit for my ESP. But again, I have no clue. I'll have to make some mock-ups and stuff for everything. I mean, I don't know, maybe not my 2D project, but welcome to my floor. I found like a bunch of notebooks and sketchbooks, and even just like doodles and stuff that I could probably put on my project. So I'm gonna like filter through all of this, maybe start cutting out stuff already, or I might just do most of that in my class. But yeah, I found like so much stuff. I found like films. I have this like book that I really like to use for like scrapbooking sometimes, because it has like really fun images. Like, I don't know if you can see properly, but these stickers that I got at Comic-Con, the lino cuts. This one. Probably also gonna bring my Scott Pilgrim one, because I love this one. This is my first ever one, actually. Yeah, my science revision for my finals. I'll see you tomorrow, I'm guessing. And to end it off, here are some clips of me and my classmates in our 3D production class. Basically just lamming around some clay for a little exercise. Seriously, we just had to like pick it up, slow it down. Then I had to make these little shapes and then assemble it. And then just had some fun. Oh, I love this guy. Oh, and I kill him. But yeah, we just had to do some exercises, and then she talked for so long, so I just kept making some stuff. Oh, and yeah, I made this. And then we also made to make a little document and some mock-ups for a sculpture that we will start working on later. And that's pretty much it. Thanks, bye!